Praise the Lord, all of you. Today I am going to talk on the topic called Brief History of the Bible from Old Testament to New Testament. In Genesis chapter 1 and 2, we can see about the creation of God, that God created everything, the whole universe. And in Genesis chapter 3, we can see that sin was entered in the world because of the disobedience of the human beings. In Genesis chapter 6, that we can see because of the sinful nature of human beings, God eliminated all the human beings from the world except the family of Noah. In Genesis chapter 12 and 15 and 17, God called to Abraham and promised him for the land of Canaan, and also God gave him many other promises as well. As we know that Abraham is known as father of nation and also father of faith. And after Abraham, the Isaac was the son of Abraham, and after Isaac, the Jacob was son of Isaac. So now Jacob has many sons, and among those sons, Joseph was a very beloved son and a youngest son of Jacob. And because of jealousy of Joseph's brothers, that Joseph was sold to the Egypt. And God was with Joseph because of the grace of God, that Joseph, even in the another country, that Joseph became a very powerful man. So in the time of Joseph, all Israelites were enjoying the facilities and the freedom in the Egypt. But the problem is, gradually the generation of the Joseph died, passed away, and the new generation came up. And also the king passed away and another king came up. This is the reason king of Egypt started to persecute to Israelites, and there was so many persecution and so many oppression to the Israelites people by the king of Egypt and all the Egyptians. So these all Israelites people who were the people of God, they cried to the God and they asked for the help, and because of their grievances towards God, that God appointed Moses miraculously as a leader among the Israelites. So now there were so many plagues. After the 10 plagues, the king of Egypt, Pharaoh, became ready to free to Israelites people, and Moses led Israelites people to the land of Canaan, which was a promised land. In fact, after reaching in the land of Canaan, in the beginning God was ruling them through the judges, but Israelites started to ask for a human king to rule over them. So according to the demand of Israelites, the first king was Saul, and second was David, and the third was Solomon. After the reign of Solomon, the kingdom of Israelite was divided into two parts. There was northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. So northern kingdom was known as Israel kingdom, where there was 10 tribes, and southern kingdom was known as Judah kingdom. There was 2 tribes. Israelites people started to work against of God, and also they started to worship other god and goddesses. So as a result of disobedience of the Israelites people, they were again exiled to the Assyrians around 721 BC. They were taken to the Assyrians and they were persecuted again. After Assyrians, Babylonians came in the power around 586 BC, and during this time many Israelites were captivated into Gentile nation, including Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Thereafter, Persians came up in the power around 539 BC. During this time, King Cyrus allowed Israelites people to return back to their place and rebuild their temple and rebuild their wall and the people, which we can see in Chronicles chapter 36 verses 22 to 23, and Ezra chapter 1 verses 1 to 4. After the Persian kingdom, the Greek kingdom came up in the power around 334 BC. In the Greek kingdom, when Philip II was king, he had a dream of winning whole world and Hellenize it. And his son was the Alexander the Great, that every people knows, who was born in 356 BC. He also was a student of Aristotle. Because of that, he had so many ideas. He learned so many skills and studies. He kept the same dreams of his father and started to Hellenize the whole world. He almost won whole world, but unfortunately he died in the age of 33. So what is Hellenization actually, and what was the result of Hellenization, and what is the result of Hellenization? And as the Greek kingdom had the Greek language that we know, and what was the impact of the Greek language in the Bible, and why the New Testament was written in the Greek, and what is the impact of Greek philosophy even in the Bible. So this is the huge topic, so I would be bringing another video for this particular topic. After the Greek kingdom, another kingdom came up, that was Maccabean kingdom or Maccabean period, which was started around 167 BC, and during this time Jewish people ruled all over the Palestine, and thereafter the Roman government came up in the power around 146 BC. Now during the reign of Roman government, that Jesus was born in this world around 4 BC, and as we know that very clearly, as we know from the Bible, that Jesus came in this world, he was born in 4 BC, and he died for whole world, he died for whole human beings, and he took all the sins for us, and he died on behalf of us. And now this is not only the spiritual things, but also this is a historical things that we can see in the history. That is the reason Bible is not a story, but it is a history. We know that in the history that after Jesus came in the world, that the counting has been started, and that is the reason which we count after Jesus, that we say AD and BC. So Jesus is the center of the history of the BC and the AD. These things not only in the Bible, not only in the biblical history, but also we can see in the secular history as well. So now this was a brief history from the Old Testament to New Testament, and if you like and if you think that this is helpful, please even share to your friends and subscribe this channel so that you may get many other videos like this. And finally, praise the Lord everyone. May God bless you.